November, both these teams looked ahead to middle March for the second season when it would require 2 or 3 games to advance to the state tournament. In the case of Champlin Park and St. Francis, they have 2 victories under their belt thus far. The one that wins tonight's championship game will go to the state tournament next Tuesday. That is the 21st or 20th of March, where they'll meet Moorhead in St. Cloud. Hi there, basketball fans. Bruce Frank, joined by Dave Tank once again, former very successful longtime coach at Anoka. David, something very special about the second season.
It was always my favorite time. You either do or you don't. You can fish or golf or you can go on, and it was a real thrill for me.
And so many times you have the opportunity to go on. What are these youngsters thinking about? A lot of people looked at the number 1 and 2 seeds and thought they would be here. Well, that's not the case. We've got 3 and 4.
That's why you don't mail in the scores, and that's why it's the second season. Some teams had injuries early, some peaked later, and this is why it's so fun, because everything you can throw it out right now.
All right, we'll take a look at the starting lineups as they are being introduced to the public address announcer. And for the visitors, Champlin Park, they are the lower seed, so they will wear white uniforms. In the backcourt, it'll be Sean Ossen. Ossen wears number 13. He's a 5'11" senior. The other guard is Jake Baumgartner. Baumgartner wears number 22. He is a senior at 5'10". On the wings, Dwayne Erickson, number 42. Erickson, a senior at 5'11". And Luke Hassing, who got some big baskets in the semifinal win, is the other forward. Hassing is number 34, a senior, 6'5". And the postman, Barry Smith, number 53, 6'8", and he is a factor.
For the 7 and 17 St. Francis Saints, a sophomore at guard, number 12, Travis White. Also at guard, Justin Glidden, number 20, he's a senior. Nice shooter, Corey Gunther, a little bit of a sprained ankle, but played well as of late, a senior, number 30. Strong postman, Nick Bile, senior, number 40. And he's about 6'5", good strong 6'5". And Chris Carpenter, I have him listed as a guard here, 6'1", number 34.
Dave, got a couple of veteran coaches. Warren Bullen's been around a long time, as is Ron Larson. They're not going to see anything new tonight.
They've both been in the state tournament. They both are excellent coaches, X's and O's. They have that ability to motivate their teams, and that's why they're here at 3 and 4 seeds. They've come and done a nice job at tournament time. Their teams are in a rhythm. That's what they need to do, and they know it.
Harry Kitts, Carl Britt, the gentlemen in the stripes that have been assigned to tonight's championship game. Bile will step in with Smith. And here comes Harry Kitts with the basketball.
Speaking of veterans, both those officials refereed many section titles and tournament games.
They sure have. Tipped by Bile, tried to recover it, and the ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to re-jump it. I think Harry looking for some help from his partner, and I'm not sure that Carl saw it.
I don't know if anybody did in here.
Bile sends it deep into the backcourt. It's run down by Glidden. He'll leave it for White. Navy blue, red, and white trim for the Fighting Saints. A forced hook shot put up by Gunther, and Gunther's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. We'll see it again. Yeah, you can see Hassing got him with the body.
Nice quick first step with his back to the basket. Not a lot of kids can do that, but good drop step and took the body intentionally and cashes in on a free throw. He's an excellent shooter.
Dave, I'm talking to Jeff Fink prior to Wednesday night's game. I asked him about the status of Gunther, and he said they're going to give him 5 minutes to warm up. At the 15-minute mark, that means before game time, Gunther had to make a decision, go or no go. he went the full distance of the game and did not show any ill effects at all.
He showed no ill effects against Anoka, I'll tell you that.
I'll
He
bet
played
not.
well. And Bile, by the way, picked up his first foul, and that's not what Ron Larson wanted to see.
Not at all.
Uh-oh. Could be number 2.
Very quickly. Yeah, it is Bile's second foul. 6'5" postman.
That'll start the butterflies going in the coach's stomach.
Erickson works it down into the corner to Austin. Back to Erickson. Pulls up at the free throw line. Bounce pass to Hassing. Hassing's jumper's off the glass. Wasn't pretty, but he got it done.
I don't know. Everybody says, well, did you call glass? Well, you says you don't call swish either, so it's good enough.
That's right. Here's a long jumper on the way. In and out, won't go. And a attempted save by Glidden, but he couldn't round it up before it got out of bounds. So last touch by St. Francis. It'll be out of bounds to the Rebels.
I think you'll see pretty good defense by each team, and that's probably why you'll see a few quick early fouls and some turnovers.
Pass in the lane. Hassing forced that shot, gets his own rebound, and banks it in. Hassing's coming up big early. Bounce pass, Gunther on the drive, puts it up. Nice first step. You talked about his first step.
What we just saw here on both ends is very indicative not only of individuals but of teams here, because quickness versus size.
And Glidden comes back with a finger roll and got it to drop. 5-4 in favor of the Saints. Early here in quarter 1. And Champlin call against Hassing.
Champlin Park with the size factor pounded inside. Hassing has already done that, and St. Francis has come down and used their quickness.
Number 42 for St. Francis, Jason Sally checks in, replacing Corey Gunther. White's pass to Sally. On the wing to Carpenter. Down low, tipped around. White with a great save and knocked loose and picked up by Hassing.
Smith exhibiting a sleight of hand. Knocked the ball away and caused the turnover.
Baumgartner brings it up. Baseline pass, and Hassing stepped on the end line, creating the turnover. Both teams trying to play a little bit up-tempo right now.
I think the defense is causing some of these turnovers.
Oh my! Great pass by White.
That was excellent.
And Sally with a finish. Steal by Glidden. Bounce pass ahead. Send it back on top. Good perimeter ball movement. Get it down on the low block. And travel called underneath. We'll see it. And I thought Smith might have pinned it along the base of the backboard.
He pinned it, but he kind of came down with the ball.
Oh! Justin Glidden for a big-time three-pointer. That makes it 10-4. Smith, bounce pass to Hassing. Hassing out-muscles the defender. It's the turnaround from the paint. 10-6. 4.5 minutes remain in this first quarter. Gunther back to Glidden.
Champlin in is what's called a 1-4 set, where they spread the floor out so they can use their quickness.
Lost the dribble. Glidden up with it. Now he backpedals. Bounce pass intended for Sally and knocked out by the Rebels. So it'll be out of bounds to St. Francis. There you see the veteran Ron Larson, longtime head coach, and also the school's athletic director. Nice move by White.
That was an athletic move. Nice slice cut. Nice touch on the board once he got there for the finish.
Ron has had 3 sons play basketball for him at St. Francis. Most notably, I believe, Brady.
I just talked to Brady yesterday. He's about to do his student teaching. He played at UND, had a great career, and may come to Anoka, and we'd be glad to have him if he decides to student teach in our program.
Yeah. We get a timeout on the floor. 3:38 left in the first quarter, and the Fighting Saints have doubled up the Rebels so far by a score of 12-6.
That quickness of St. Francis is pretty athletic. They have lots of kids. You notice they brought a 6'6" kid in for 6'5" Bile. They didn't lose any experience. Both are seniors. A lot of athletes on the floor for St. Francis.
You know, you talked about the success Ron Larson had. Most of that was success when the league was redefined into classes, or more classes, came at the 3A level. And now he's enjoying that same kind of success at 4A.
He scrimmaged 4A and played a lot of 4A schools, and there was no problem. They did fine the whole time.
Gunther finds Glidden. Glidden pulls up and nails it. 3-pointer for Glidden. Dave, one thing I was impressed with Glidden, he had a hand in his face, but talk about a quick release. Ooh.
No hesitation
Not
there.
at all. Inbounds. And shot fired off the rim. Rebounded by White. Travis White brings it up.
I think you can see a result of that timeout that Warren Bolin called right there. You saw all 5 white people back that time.
Pretty shot off the glass.
Right now, no one can guard Gunther. It's too tough.
Watch the entry pass into the lane. And slapped at, but no problem for Gunther. He banks it in.
The entry pass is telling Gunther where to go, and he goes fast.
17-6. Since the timeout, the Rebels have been outscored 5-0. Hook shot by O'Hearn. No, Overly. Ryan Overly, the junior at 6'4", hits a basket on the hook shot.
That was a nice baby hook. You don't see that too much in high school basketball anymore.
Nope. Baseline jumper off the mark. White quickly to his feet, and back comes Bumgardner. He's open and buries it.
He can do that. That was no fluke. I saw him hit 4 in a row against Anoka. He can fill it up.
Yeah, you don't leave him open. 17-10 as we are at the 2-minute mark. Gunther's too strong and put back by Sally.
It wasn't a matter of leaping or size. It was a matter of quickness. He just stepped in there quicker than the White and scored.
Yeah, sure did. Here's a steal, almost, by White. Anticipated the pass, stepped in, just got a hand on it, and couldn't keep the ball in play. It'll be out of bounds to the Rebels. Sean Austin will throw it in. Austin sends it out court. And this is Travis Braun, number 21. Braun's bounce pass. Sent out. Drive in the lane. Shot fired up short. Rebounded. Loose ball. Picked up by the Rebels. And a whistle and a foul called. And going to the free throw line will be Craig O'Hearn.
Jason Sally.
Oh, I thought it was O'Hearn, but no.
Sean Austin to the left.
Austin will go to the free throw line. Zach Carlson checks in for St. Francis. And Carlson wears number 24. Austin's second free throw is also good.
St. Francis isn't the only team out there with a couple of shooters. Baumgartner and Austin are awful fine shooters also.
They sure are. Fighting Saints get it to Carlson. Carlson finds Glidden, and Glidden had a screen, was open. Rebound, tip, and a whistle and a foul called underneath.
Foul is on Jason Sally over the back.
Out of bounds to the Rebels. Sally's second personal. Third team foul on St. Francis. And Gunther comes out, and number 54, Tracy Torson, checks in. Torson had a good game in their win on Wednesday. On the drive, Hassan, and a whistle, and be out of bounds. Neither team is a bonus, so it'll be out of bounds to the Rebels. Travis White, number 12, picks up the foul. Bob is down to Overly. Overly had a shot blocked. Going up to challenge Overly was Sally, and he got all ball, David.
I'm impressed with Sally's hop. She gets up quick and he gets up high.
Travis White takes it into the paint. Puts it in off the glass. Gonna count it. Basket good. And White will go to the free throw line.
Basket by Travis White.
Watch this acceleration.
Foul on Sean Austin, his first, team third.
He picked up his dribble 15 feet from the basket and scored that layup in 2 steps from 15 feet. That's not real bad.
No, not at all. I thought O'Hearn was a little questioning as to how close he should get. Guarding him, rebound to Overly. Overly was in the backcourt. And we'll look for Champlin Park to take the last shot. Erickson on the drive. Pass a little bit behind. And White comes back, fires it off, and the basket good. Sally again.
That was just a super effort by Sally running the floor. Just extra work that the coaches absolutely love.
And we're going to see it again. Take a look at it. Let you see it on the replay. This is White. And off the glass, the missed shot. And there he is.
Sally came from the far post, played defensively, and was the first blue person down the floor.
He does get up and down.
And he's a reserve center.
Yeah, he's playing in a place of miles.
Wow.
23-12, the Saints lead at the end of quarter 1.
Well, Coach Bolin is going to have to come to some situation where he can handle that quickness in both leaping and foot speed that St. Francis has.
And the Saints are back. Austin will throw it in. Austin and Braun in the backcourt. This is Erickson. Erickson's program number is 24, and Torson gets tied up with Overly, and he'll get called for the foul. Kind of a touch foul. If he had to do that again, he probably would let it go. Erickson will pass it in. Looks to Braun, now he sends it deep out court. Overly muscles his way in. Pretty shot.
The second time he's used that little baby hook. That's really nice to see. That's an excellent shot when perfected.
Ossing having a big night offensively, and they're going to need him to explode. Makes it 23-14. Lane, and the shot drops. Glidden showing his magic.
That's as good a move as you'll see in high school basketball. It's quick and it's effective.
Stolen away by White, and he accelerates, misses the shot, and Glidden tried to save it.
Here again, you saw 3 Blues down the floor early.
Yeah. And they get into the transition game and do it very quickly.
That one came off their defense, and that's what coaches really like.
Yeah. This is Erickson. Turn around. Oh. And Luke Hassing, it's a 15-footer.
He's all Champlin Park right now.
He sure is.
That's all they're going to need if they keep going to him until St. Francis gets it stopped.
25-16, a 9-point Fighting St. lead. Nice head to shoulder
Nice
fake.
pass.
Pretty pass down low. Zach Carlson. David, I don't know if I'm seeing this right or not, but it appears that St. Francis is very unselfish. They'll give up the good shot for the better shot.
They're excellent. You know what the neat thing about that play is? A lot of times when a player will penetrate, the other players will kind of stand and watch, but that didn't happen.
Nope.
He stepped right in there. When his defensive man turned his head, he took a step to the basket, and he got an unselfish pass from Glidden.
Yeah, finished it up. Carl Britt hands the ball to the Fighting Saints, and they'll bring it up. Braun, Erickson, bounce pass, left hand, no good, tipped around, and Smith couldn't get it to drop. Gunther, Glidden, Torsen, and we'll have it over and back.
Just a little miscue there, but you know, St. Francis exhibited the ability, if they didn't have the break, to be patient, because they had 6 or 7 passes there, and that's a nice thing to see, that the team doesn't press on their break.
Nick Biles, who has been out for about the last 9 minutes, is back in. Picked up 2 quick early fouls. Baseline jumper, good.
Pretty pull-up jumper. Most kids nowadays, they either take it to the hole or the basket, or they shoot the 3. Baumgartner did what you like kids to do. He pulled up.
Biles deals it off. Zach Carlson, and Carlson put it up and in, and Carlson comes right back and plays defensive, goes to the defensive side and makes the play, knocks it out of bounds. (29-18), the Saints lead. 5.5 minutes remain in the first half. Barry Smith fake one twice and puts it up.
Now, somebody got a hand on that ball that time, but it didn't make any difference to Barry. He thought that was a mosquito.
Yeah. Big guy. That's on the reverse. And Bile comes off the bench like he hasn't missed a beat.
Bile used the net and the rim to shield it from the block and made a nice athletic play.
Down low, and Hassing's shot is blocked, and the defender also got a piece of Hassing. And I think it's going to be Gunther who will pick up the foul.
I didn't
Number
see
30.
that.
No, Glidden. 20 rather than 30. Picks up the foul, and Hassing goes to the line, and he'll shoot 2. Makes the first free throw.
He's about as close to perfect as you can get.
Having a big night. cut the lead to 9 if he makes the second one. Cannot.
We jinxed him.
Yeah. Back comes Travis White, and he's quick. White's the quarterback. He'll set their offense. Goes around Baumgartner, pulls up. Couldn't get it to drop. But we'll see Travis White at the free throw line, shooting 2.
That's a special play that St. Francis runs called a clear out. They'll clear their wing out of the 1-4 set and then bring Travis one-on-one to use his quickness.
Jake Baumgartner picks up the personal foul, his first. 4th team foul on the Rebels. That one looked like it was in a couple of times before the reject light came on. It's ready to shoot the second. Second one hits the back of the iron and comes loose. And Smith, basketball at elbows, clears the rebound.
He can clear plenty of area.
Yes, he can. Bounce pass, anticipated, and stolen. And back come the Saints.
That foul may be on us and got a hand in there, and it is.
Going to the free throw line will be Corey Gunther.
See if Gunther slows down his motion a little bit. White's motion is really fast on the free throw line, and I don't know if that makes or misses, but usually the rhythm isn't quite there when you have that fast a motion.
There you see Warren Bolin as Carlson goes out. Carpenter, number 34, is back in. Made 1 of 2. I like this rhythm the second time better.
Much better. We can say that because of winning.
After he dropped the free throw,
right.
Of course.
It did look good.
Yes. Hassan on the dribble, looks to Hassing, takes it in, 13, in and out, no. Loose ball, rebound, too strong by Smith. And the defenders just went straight up in the air with their arms and got the block. Bile at 6'5", shooting 18 feet away. Corey Gunther hits the fall away.
Always around the ball.
34-21. Smith, Erickson. Erickson's been very quiet. He drives, and he gets fouled. I believe it'll be Carpenter who picks up the personal, number 34. But we'll wait and make sure.
First foul, Chris Carpenter.
Yep, it was on Chris Carpenter.
Lane Erickson at the line.
And Erickson goes to the free throw line. Erickson had a great game in their semifinal win.
Taking the ball to the basket was one of the things Erickson does the best. I think he's very, very strong, and he's quick enough to get there.
Makes the first free throw. Cuts the lead to 12. Corson back, replacing Bile, 54 for 40.
I think that's really a good move by Ron Larson taking Bile out, and he may not play him again this half.
Second free throw is also good. Rebels look for a little spurt here to cut this lead. White brings it up to Gunther, to Thorson. And skip pass to Gunther. Glidden. Glidden's pass in the lane. And ball for traveling.
Drag that pivot foot a little bit. Harry Kitts, the referee, thought about it a little bit, but I think he dragged it.
I do too. So turnover charge to the Fighting Saints. Champlin Park can get a little closer if they can get hurt on this possession. Jumper off the rim, passing with a rebound, puts it up, gets his own rebound, and it won't drop. 2 high percentage shots, Dave, and neither could go.
Well, there's nothing you can say. Champlin Park's doing everything it takes to score, and it just won't drop for them, and then they pick up a foul.
Foul is on Barry Smith underneath. For Smith, it's his first. 6th team foul on the Rebels. So any future Champlin Park fouls result in a 1-and-1. That's why they start shooting those jumpers in 2nd grade at St. Francis. By the time they get to high school, they can make them.
Ziggy calls and Ron Larson.
Yep. In and out, won't go. Hassing couldn't get it to drop as he out-muscled the defender. A little stronger than Gunther, took it away from him, but couldn't get the shot to drop.
I think Calls and Larson start charting their kids when they come out of the womb.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. There's a jump. Pretty shot from the elbow by Gunther.
Gunther's too tough.
39-23, and back come the Rebels. Looking inside is Erickson to Hassing. Hassing pass was between Baumgartner and Assen. So it's out of bounds for the Saints.
Interesting to see, as long as Larson has the lead, he has neither of his posts in there. Right now he has Thorson in playing post. 3 seniors at the post he's rotated. Good move. Keep him out.
Tracy Thorson, 6'3" senior, listed in the program as a forward.
And that's one of the reasons you may see Champlin Park, as they did last time, they got the rebounds, they just didn't convert.
White will go to the line. Makes the front end of the 1-and-1.
You notice the speed of that shot now? That free throw was much slower than the first times when he was up the line, more deliberate.
Second one also good.
Night and day.
That foul, by the way, was on Jake Baumgartner, his second. And Baumgartner brings it right back down the floor, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the stripe and shoot 1-and-1. Turnabout fair play. Travis White picks up the foul, his second, 9th team foul. As Zach Carlson in, and White gets a breather.
I'm sure Coach Larson doesn't want anybody to pick up that 3rd foul before the half.
Tipped around, pulled down by Justin Glidden. Glidden watched by Baumgartner. Peels it off. Gunther's open, and shot off the mark. Rebound comes down to the Rebels, and they're unable to control it, and it goes out over the end line.
Those are things you can't coach or do anything about. They just happen, and you hope they don't.
That's true. Out deep to Thorson. Thorson runs some time off the clock, leaves it for Glidden. Back to Thorson. Thorson nowhere to go. Takes it to the floor. And I'm not sure we had a lane violation or what we had, but we're going to go down to the other end.
I think we had a
foul.
foul.
1-and-1.
Had a foul on Thorson. That was good help side defense by Erickson to come over and double once the ball was on the floor.
See, I thought we had a lane violation before the foul, but notwithstanding. And Erickson goes to the free throw line, shoot 1-and-1. Nice shooter's roll. Now he'll shoot the bonus. Second free throw's up, and that one skips off the rim. And a foul on the rebound, and we'll go down to the other end. So from one end to the other.
Foul is on Hassing over the back on the rebound.
For Luke, that is his second foul. And I think you'll see Hassing come out, and he does. And number 55 for Champlin Park, Craig O'Hearn. Outstanding football player.
Outstanding football, outstanding athletic family. Teresa O'Hearn, outstanding soccer player.
Cross-court pass, Baumgartner. Finds Smith open. Smith shot won't drop. And rebounded by O'Hearn. If you don't go through him, you go around him and ask permission.
Nobody went anywhere but O'Hearn that time.
That's right. Take a number. Send it out to Gunther with 4 seconds left. Gunther has a knock loose. Picks it up and hits it as time runs out. That's the end of the first half. Our score, Champlin Park trails St. Francis 43-26. Dave and I'll be back with a first half summary and some comments, and we'll do that right after this.
Love. What is it, really? Is it romance? Or being with people you like? Is it giving and receiving nice things? Is it about hard work? Or sacrifice? Or putting the needs of others first? Well, love can be about all those things. But there is one perfect love, God's love, and it can strengthen all others. We're your neighbors, the people of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, and we want you to know that with Jesus Christ, love really can be all it was meant to be.
It is more than a trial by fire. It is a rite of passage, a challenge to join the elite. And if you succeed, if you can master your fear, outsmart your enemy, and never yield even to yourself, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Along with former Anoka coach Dave Tank, Bruce Rank, back with you at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse at Coon Rapids High School, and we played 16 minutes of basketball, and St. Francis leading by 17. David, what's Warren Bolin telling his troops in the locker room?
Well, somehow defensively he has to make sure to combat that quickness. Number one, stop the break, which they did pretty well in the last 5 or 6 minutes of the second quarter, and then stop the one-on-one movement. Champlin Park's defense has been good overall, and then when the only time the defense has broken down has been on the one-on-one movement.
There you see the leading scorers, and no real surprises.
No, Champlin Park, Luke Hassing, of course, taking over the game for the Rebels with 11 points. Jake Baumgartner hit a 3 and a free throw for 4 points. Dwayne Erickson also hit a couple of free throws for 3 points. For St. Francis, it's no secret. Gunther's pretty much done it all. That last play he made was excellent. He saw a defensive man coming from the side, went behind his back, gathered the ball and shot over a defender. He's got 13 points. Travis White on penetration moves, fast breaks, and a couple of free throws has 9 points. And Glidden and Sally both have 6 points.
And if you're Ron Larson, you have to be pleased. Sally coming off the bench, giving them a real spark going end to end.
I think Coach Larson really dodged a predicament right there by being able to rest his posts and having Sally come in and take over, and he ended up with only 2 fouls on his post. So he's in pretty good shape right now.
Sure is. Well, the teams are back. The winner of this game advances to the state quarterfinals on Tuesday, where they'll meet Moorhead. That game at 4 o'clock at Hollenbeck Hall on the campus of St. Cloud State University.
I always felt the first 4 or 5 minutes, or 3 minutes of that third quarter was by far the most important part of the ball game. And if something's going to happen, it usually should happen in the first 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, we'll keep that a mind. And now we're waiting for the clock operator, Dave Snesrud, to return before they start the second half. I don't. Snez maybe got misplaced or displaced in his travels, but he's back now, and we're about ready to go. Gunther inbounds. Glidden brings it up. Back to Gunther, enough to clear out for him. Drives, and Smith got all ball and knocked it out of bounds. Like a little like a tennis ball, Dave.
Made it look easy.
It sure did. Into the corner, jumper by Glidden, circles the rim and comes out. Passing rebounds. Gets it ahead, Baumgartner. Erickson, Smith. And Smith's pass is intercepted. White falls, and let's see whether he got a 20-second timeout called or got called for traveling. Got called for traveling as he lost his footing.
Yeah, it's jump ball possession arrow now will go to St. Francis after this.
Okay, so it was tied up, all right. Smith left open, in and out, won't drop. Tough luck. There's the one that hits the side of the rim and rebounded by Bile. Bile leaves it for Gunther. Gunther had a notion and decided better of it. Gunther looks to the cutter, sends it back on top. Open man, shot by Carpenter's in and out, won't drop. And back comes Champlin Park. Dave, they need a couple of quick buckets.
They do. Both teams a little cold coming out here. Missed their first 2 or 3 shots.
This is Sean Austin. The Hassing in the corner. His shot, no good. Smith turnaround, comes off. And knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Nick Bile.
Somebody put a lid on the basket at halftime.
They sure did. I think it was that guy with the broom. We were concentrating so hard on his sweeping. We were not be surprised if somebody didn't put one rim up on the rim or a cover. And Smith goes up and we had a tie-up.
Bile, nice athletic move. Just clean block, all ball.
Nice timing. Watch number 40. Now Smith's going to go up, and there it is. You see it?
Nice play.
43-26, the score remains, and we have played just under 2 minutes, and neither team able to score. Inbound. Knocked away and saved before it goes into the backcourt. Into the corner. Carpenter on the drive, tried to spin it off the glass, and it'll be out of bounds to the Rebels.
They called a offensive foul, player control foul on Carpenter.
For Carpenter, that is his second personal. Baumgartner picked up by White. Glidden on Assen. Baumgartner on the drive. Pretty jumper.
That's a tough shot.
Yes.
Makes it look easy.
Little ricochet back and forth inside the cylinder and drop through the bottom. We played about 2:13 before we had our first basket scored in the third quarter.
Bile takes that shot like he could make it any time. He's 0 for 3 from out there, but he has no hesitancy.
Nope. Here's the drive off the glass, rounded up by Smith, and Smith out-muscles the defenders, puts it up and in. Barry Smith doesn't want to see the season come to an end.
Sometimes the block that Bile had on Smith would make Smith hesitate, but not here. Watch Smith.
And there's
Nice pump fake and good power. And Bile picks up his third foul.
And when play returns, Smith will go to the free throw line to try and complete the three-point play. So with just under 3 minutes gone, the Fighting Saints have been held scoreless here with Champlin Park on a run. 6-0 run so far.
This is kind of what we were talking about, that first 3 or 4 minutes. Either one team is going to blow it out and have their way, or the other team is going to come back. And right now it looks like Champlin Park.
Yep. And the timeout has been concluded. The teams return to the floor, and Barry Smith, the 6'8" postman, number 53, will go to the line and shoot one.
It's gone 3 minutes since St. Francis has scored a basket, and that's very atypical for a good shooting team as they are.
Missed shot, but Erickson steps into the lane and comes up with a rebound. Pass down low, loose ball. Smith again gets his own rebound and stays with it. He's playing like a man possessed here the last couple of minutes.
I think Coach Bolin might have put a little burr in his saddle here. He's ready to go now. Different person.
And he comes out. Craig O'Hearn comes back. Inbound. Baumgartner hits the jumper. Nice set play. Baumgartner open. Didn't hesitate. Pulled the trigger. And bang.
Glidden was supposed to be guarding Austin, but he helped on another player and couldn't get recovered in time.
Over to Bile. Bile, 19 feet from the basket. To White. White over to Gunther. Gunther looks inside. Nowhere to go. This is Zach Carlson, 24. White starts, pulls up, and maintains his dribble. Bile. And there's a miscommunication. Carlson went one way, the ball went the other. A turnover charged to St. Francis.
You know, I've watched Champlin Park a number of times, and both times in that third quarter, right away, they've come out defensively very strong.
Baumgartner passes into the corner, finds the open man, and a three-pointer. Sean Austin lights it up.
They'll get a timeout here pretty quick by St. Francis.
Yeah, they just had one. They're going to need another one here quickly.
Yeah.
Unless they get something going. Glidden looks inside, no place to go. Hits the ball to the free throw line to Bile. Bile looks for someone to find. He finally finds Glidden, who avoided Austin. And finger roll, the shot won't go, but a foul called on the drive. We're going to see it again.
O'Hearn just a step behind the interception right there. Just won't drop for the Saints right now.
And for passing, that is his third foul. And Bile shooting in tough luck. Missed the first free throw. And Hassing comes out and is replaced by Overly. Ryan Overly, number 51.
5 minutes gone in the third quarter with no score from the Saints, and I think you have to credit the Champlin Park defense. Totally different team from the first half.
No doubt about it. 3:07 left, 43-35. If you recall, it was 43-24 at halftime. And it's been all Rebels picking away and pecking away at this lead.
Good defense by the Rebels, good rebounding inside, good sound basketball. Warren Bolin basketball.
Yep. Baumgartner finds Autzen. Erickson. Autzen missed it all. Loose ball goes to the floor. Tied up. Possession arrow favors Champlin Park.
Another rebound.
O'Hearn, Dave, last fall was a defensive end, and in goal line situations, they put him in the backfield as a blocking back. They take a look at him and think about him just trying to run you over.
I'd rather not.
I think there's a lot of people that feel the same way. A lot of them had a football equipment on.
That's right.
Out court.
Good shot putter and discus for track, too. It's
Yep.
coming up for him shortly.
Good athlete. Drive, lost control of the dribble. Stolen by the Fighting Saints, and the outlet pass is saved.
We have a technical foul on Awesome. The Saints will step to the line and then get the ball out of bounds.
Harry Kitts explaining things to Erickson, and we'll see it.
Number 13, Sean Hassan.
Here it is.
Carl Britt is one of my favorite officials, and if he called that technical, it was warranted.
Sally, the reserve, goes to the line, and he makes the first free throw. Makes them both.
The ice is broken, as is said.
It took 5.5 minutes almost to get their first 2 points of the second half. Gunther will pass it in front of our vantage point. Gets it to White in the backcourt. White picked up by Baumgartner. Cross-court pass. Turn around, tipped around, no good. White with a loose ball, taken away by the Rebels. They come back, no numbers. It was 1-on-3. Very wisely waited for the team to get down court.
On that last play offensively, that was a special play that St. Francis runs a backdoor lob, and O'Hearn did an excellent job of smelling that and covered it defensively.
Erickson, who's been quiet offensively tonight. Overly. Baumgartner. Braun. Erickson. Inside to O'Hearn. Just short. Greg O'Hearn had the idea. His shot came up just short.
Picked up a little frustration foul.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Ticky-tacky, you bet. Oh, nuts, I didn't make it. I gotta do something.
Nice move.
Yes, it was. White, Sally. And ball is knocked away. It'll be St. Francis basketball on the side.
First foul for Dwayne Erickson, team 4.
Erickson commits the personal, his first. Sally to Gunther. And here's a whistle, and I think maybe away from the ball.
Referees cleaning it up a little bit, trying to set the tone. Some picking violations out there, illegal screens and fighting through, and it can be aggressive, but it has to be within the rules.
Yep, and I think all coaches ask, whether you're a brand new rookie coach or a 30-year veteran, is that the officials be consistent. White sends it out deep. Glidden. Champlin Park very continued to use up some clock. Shot won't drop.
Nice defensive help by the Rebels that time.
Tipped up, and I think Sally is going to get whistled for going over the back. The foul will be on number 42 for St. Francis. Sally. It is his third and the fourth team foul on St. Francis, who right now it looks like they're ticketed for a 2-point quarter.
It's amazing, isn't it? The
Yes.
change that picking up a defense can play. You notice that St. Francis has not had one-on-one move like we talked about adjustments. Not one fast break and not one-on-one move.
No.
And hence a comeback if they could just score now.
Yeah. Shot fired up short. Rebound jerked out of there by Smith. And we get a whistle.
Yeah, crowd is yelling for Barry over the back, but I'm not so sure he got a lot of body on that one.
Follows on Zach Carlson of St. Francis. So out of bounds to the Rebels. Baumgartner open, shot off the mark. Austin with the rebound, and he gets the basket.
Nice quick release. No chance to block that.
Good idea by Austin as to where that rebound was going to come, and was right there to make the play. Sally finds White open. He fires up an air ball, and quickly the Rebels come back on the break. Passing.
Warren Bolian calling for one shot, and it's a big shot. This is a big basket right here.
You bet. 13 seconds. David gets started in this about 6 seconds.
Well, about depends on most of the time we would start at 10.
Okay.
That way, if the play itself didn't develop, you had a few seconds to
Go to an
go to
alternate.
plan B,
Yeah.
and yet the other team cannot really cover the floor in more than 3 or 4 seconds. So
Okay. Biles back. Carlson is out. Replacing Carlson is Tracy Torson, 54. And Erickson standing at the free throw line. Free throw's good.
these are big.
Could cut it to a 6-point game. And does. A couple of big free throws. And incidentally, the Rebels will call timeout with 7.7 seconds left. They trail 45-39, and boy, they really come back with a strong third quarter.
They certainly have. That's a real interesting timeout. I'm not so sure you might not see them come out maybe with a full court press and try to get a quick steal here without fouling. And yet, I believe they have a foul to give. Do they not? 5 fouls on the board. So that wouldn't hurt them to even foul, go for the steal. That's exactly what they're going to do here.
Bile will pass it in. Gets it ahead to White. He double dribbled.
He absolutely did. I thought Carl was going to let that go, and he thought about it, and he called it. Champlin Park did exactly what they wanted to do.
Austin will throw it in front of the scorer's table. Bile is out.
This could come right to Smith. Right to Smith. No.
And dropping back and catching the pass was number 12, Travis White. That one was launched and went back like you're going back to play a fly ball and made the catch. As he did, the buzzer sounded. That's the end of the third quarter with a score, St. Francis 45, Champlin Park 39, and things begin to get close.
Well, Champlin Park came out. They made the situation for St. Francis where in coaching circles, I guess you could call, they laid the meat to them defensively and just broke St. Francis's rhythm enough to where they were intimidated just a little bit physically and couldn't get the ball to the basket with their one-on-one move.
Let's go back to Saturday, March 11th. Champlin Park, the number 4 seed, at home eliminated the number 3 seed, Coon Rapids, 67-43. And it was number 3 St. Francis at home. They downed Anoka 79-43. And we'll give you the semifinals as time permits. Big possession. And Carlson, I believe, thought that one of his postmen was going to read that pass, and he read shot all the way, and a turnover charge to the Fighting Saints.
That's unfortunate. Bile was wide open, just didn't connect.
Hook shot, in and out, won't drop. Rebound cleared by Glidden. Just the Glidden. Got some big baskets for the Fighting Saints in that semifinal win. Near side, White, who's left open briefly on the drive with the left hand. Glidden, shot won't drop. Gary Smith clears the boards and pushed down court, passing with it. His turnaround, no good. And right underneath was Austin. He got too far underneath to get any kind of good shot.
That's frustrating for Austin. He was right there, and I don't know if he allowed for the block or what, but it's not often you shoot an air ball from 2 feet.
That's right. Travis White banks one in. Doesn't make it pretty, but got the result.
St. Francis really needed that one.
That is their 4th point in the second half. White, jumper, in and out, and I thought it was going to go.
I think that was St. Francis's first field goal of the second half.
The other 2 were free throws. White on the drive, has it knocked away. As it goes over the end line, it'll be St. Francis basketball.
Really a nice defensive play by Baumgartner.
Handling the ball is Glidden. Glidden fires it too hard off the glass, tipped up, no good.
This game is very physical right now.
It really is. We're going to out of the Anoka end.
Both coaches and a lot of fans trying to say one team or the other foul. Both teams are fouling, and that's the way that Britt and Kitts referee at tournament time. They want the kids to win or lose the ball game. They don't want to take the ball game.
That's exactly what this is about. Loose ball goes to the floor. A whistle and a a foul called. And Austin not happy with the call.
Fourth foul, Deshaun Austin. Team 6.
For Austin, that is his third personal and 16th foul on the Rebels. Getting down to crunch time, 5.5 left in the fourth quarter. And that foul is on number 42, Sally. And Sally, that's his third. And the 7th team foul. Oh, I'm sorry. It's on 42 of Champlin Park, pardon me. That is Erickson picking up the foul as Gunther makes the first one. Way to shoot the second. This one in and out won't drop. Smith clears the boards. Push down court. Block underneath.
Smith really doing a nice job on the boards now.
Sure is.
Very aggressive and moving to the ball. Now he just needs to make a free throw.
Yep. Barry Smith goes to the free throw line. Picking up the foul is Glidden, his fourth. So he's in jeopardy. Smith shooting some tough luck at the stripe. Ron Larson is going to send number 54, Tracy Thorson, back. One and two for Smith, and it's an 8-point game, and we have got 5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Glidden had a notion, nowhere to go. Sends it back on top. Thorson on the wing. Looking to drive. Gunther. And a whistle and a foul called underneath. I believe that'll be on Erickson, and White will go to the line.
Yeah, here it is, I think, on the replay, and I think you'll see Barry Smith get the foul right here. Well, right there.
Okay. Travis White at the line, and you are so correct, Coach. Smith picks up his second. That is the 8th team foul. So with 4:38 left, St. Francis in the bonus. And White gets the shooter's roll, and it drops.
White's 4 for 4 now from the line. His last 4 shots he's put in.
Smith comes out, plays 19 feet from the basket. And a whistle and a foul called.
Bile may have picked up that foul. Might be his 4th foul.
It was. Bile was a real factor in their semifinal win, and has proved to be a very much of a less of a factor here in this championship game.
Of course, Smith can make a pretty good player a less of a factor.
That's true. Passing, dings one off the front end of the iron.
Champlin Park's had a chance to get back in this game much better with free throws, but they just are having a little tough luck right now.
Second free throw's good. Erickson, like Smith, is 1 for 2 from the stripe. 50-41. We'll keep an eye on the clock. Glidden. Pass finds Thorson. His shot short. White with it. White tried to go up.
Erickson,
and he'll go to the line. Or they're going to say it was out of bounds.
Yeah, it was pretty clean. Erickson got a
good
lot
block.
of ball on that. Referee standing right there.
Pass into the corner. Gunther. Dave Gunther's been quiet here in the second half. Gunther on the drive, shot won't go. Gets the rebound and tips the ball, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Champlin Park.
Gunther's been quiet because Bolin made an excellent shift at halftime and put Erickson, who is quicker and stronger, on him.
Inbound pass, almost stolen by White. And both teams lobbying for a call, and it's out of bounds to the Fighting Saints.
Matchup is right in front of us, Erickson against Gunther, and Erickson has done a nice job.
Certainly has. Glidden. Just continue to work the outside, burn some time off the clock. White leaves it for Gunther. Gunther on the dribble. Sends it back. Torsen. No, that was Bile. Number 40 instead of 54. Shot fired up, and a foul called as the shooter really collided hard. White collided hard with the floor.
Nice pass by Gunther, recognized the double team on the baseline. The rotation defensively wasn't quite there for Champlin Park. 2 free throws.
And White at the line, shooting 2. Makes the first.
I wonder if somebody talked to him about that free throw motion, or if he did that on his own, but he sure made a nice adjustment.
Yes, absolutely. Timeout on the floor with 3:04 left, and St. Francis leading 51-41. For the loser, there is no tomorrow. For the winner, it's the state tournament beginning Tuesday at 4 o'clock.
This is where it gets a little tougher for Champlin Park right now. Get down to the 3-minute mark. Champlin Park has to go after them. The problem is that St. Francis is much quicker and will either be able to run the timeout, or Champlin Park more than likely will have to put them to the line and just hope for the miss.
Yeah. Talked about these semifinals. The semifinals were here on March the 15th. And in that game, St. Francis down to Blaine, the number 2 seed, 47-33. And in the other semifinal game, the St. Francis Fighting Saints prevailed in that one, 65-58 over the number 1 seed, Elk River. So you are current. That's the scene for tonight. Free throw no good. Champlin Park rebounds it. 3-point attempt off the back. Rebound, put back, won't drop. Through the hands of Smith. Picked up by Erickson. And I think Erickson felt like he might have got tripped. But he'll go to the line.
We'll have 2 shots now.
Wayne Erickson at the line.
Some good aggressive rebounding by Champlin Park.
Absolutely. Erickson's first free throw attempt is on the way and bounds away.
Wow, those hurt.
Gotta have those free throws. The clock is stopped. Here is a chance to cut into the St. Francis lead, and you don't do it. Second free throw, no good. Hasse tries to come in back door and get position on the rebound.
Gosh,
Get an early man in the lane.
evidently St. Francis was in a lane early. 54, I believe, was in a lane early for St. Francis.
Torsen, Okay.
He got the rebound that time.
And Thorson moves it ahead to White. White to Glidden. 51-41, a 10-point game. And foul will be called on number 42 as Corey Gunther will go to the free throw line. Picking up the foul is Erickson.
He may not be the person you want to put to the line for St. Francis. I am very impressed with Travis White as a sophomore in his ball handling. He's done a nice job with his look.
Sure has. Quickly down court, Erickson for three, skims off the rim. Rebound pulled down. And St. Francis will throw it in under their basket.
Champlin Park will go for the quick steal, and then they'll have to foul them shortly if they don't get the ball.
There's a pass front court, almost over and back. Lob underneath, head and shoulder fake. And Thorson hits the easy basket. Waited the defender to fly by.
Nice passing and a nice fake by Thorson.
Tipped around. And going to the floor hard was number 11. And I think it's Austin.
Austin was going hard for the ball and ended up in the bench area. Working hard.
And
frustrating
for Austin,
time.
That's it. He's the fifth personal. He'll go out. Smith will come back.
Austin, 5'11", nice looking senior, good shooter. Maybe feeling a little bit like this could be his last high school outing.
Second free throw's good. Thorson makes them both. 57-41. Knocked away. Out of bounds to the Rebels. Hassing will pass it in.
Oh, that's a nice block by White.
Pretty block. Pull-up jumper is good by Erickson.
Couple of nice ball handlers. You see that time as Glidden came up the floor and there's players trying to reach from the sides, he pulled the ball around nicely and just fundamentally sound.
Brief timeout. And with 1:37 seconds left. And Glidden makes a big free throw. Now a 15-point lead. It's ready to shoot the second. That one in and out won't drop. Rebels clear the boards, get it back. Erickson on the drive. Underhand off the glass, but the foul before the shot.
It's not what Coach Larson wanted. Just do not want to stop the clock and put them to the line.
And that's exactly what's materialized here with 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Glidden picks up the foul, and for Justin, that is his fifth. He doesn't want to leave.
No.
Coach, you know about that. Players, they've gone out and given you everything they've got. They don't want to come off.
That's right. That's awful tough, especially for seniors. Well, those kids leaving the ball game fouled out. They're playing their hearts out, and they're doing the best.
Zach Carlson back in for St. Francis. as Erickson goes to the line, makes the first. 58-44. Sound impossible? Nothing is impossible. Makes them both. Turn around, Erickson off the mark. Ball comes hard off the glass. Loose ball picked up by Bile. Bile's got it half tied up in his uniform. And he's fouled. We'll go all the way down to the other end and look at free throws. Nick Bile, a senior, goes to the stripe.
It'll be about a 5 or 6 second stint each time that St. Francis touches the ball before they're fouled now, because that's the only chance that the Rebels have.
Craig O'Hearn commits the foul, his third. And Bile makes the first. 59-45. Bile gets ready to shoot the second. Also good. Hand in his face, the jumper off by Baumgartner. And Baumgartner explaining and lobbying with Harry Kitt to no avail, as we're going to go down to the other end and had a foul called.
I think Baumgartner felt that he was fouled on that shot, but in fact, he may have drawn a little of that contact himself.
Okay. We will go down and Nick Bile will go to the line. 1:15 or 75 seconds left in the basketball game, and right now it appears 75 seconds left in the Champlin Park season. On the miss, back comes Baumgartner. Baumgartner pulls up, finds an open man. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound put up, no good by Hassing. Well, I'll tell you, David, if Hassing didn't have bad luck, he wouldn't have any.
Wow. That's about the 5th or 6th shot this half, point blank, that's either airballed or rolled off the rim for the Rebels.
Sure has been.
Do not need that at tournament time.
No, and a foul call. Picking up the personal foul is Zach Carlson, his third, and now we're in a double bonus as Barry Smith's at the line.
Oh.
Missed the second. Lob inside, and Torsen is forward, and Gunther has it. Gets it to Carlson. Carlson, one of the ball handlers like Gunther. Double team, triple team.
Saints are trying to keep the ball in Gunther's hands just as much as possible, and
They're
that's
the guy.
obvious.
They're the guy they want. He's the guy they want to have go to the free throw line. If they can help it, they don't want anybody else. And Gunther will be the guy. Number 42, Erickson fouls out. That is his 5th foul. And quickly we've been informed that Corey Gunther has 16 points for St. Francis.
Nice game.
Yep.
Nice athlete.
And he'll stand at the free throw line to add a couple to it.
Erickson did a nice job on him in the second half defensively. Most of those points, of course, came in the first half. That was a good adjustment by Coach Bolin.
Sure was. 1 for 2 by Gunther. And here's a drive up and in. Overly with the basket. And time's going to run down. 7, 6. And Bile with the stuff. And I think that one was in time.
Little punctuation mark right there.
Hardly an issue.
That's right. Could see Coach Larson giving his kind of victory shrug over there. He's pretty excited about that. First year in 7AA and wins it.
Yeah, the section last year in 7-4A back in 1999 had the likes of Forest Lake and Duluth East. Duluth East and Forest Lake left. Lane arrived along with St. Francis, and geographically, David, a far more pleasant section to travel.
Yeah, although I never did figure out those geographic sections, how on earth they could go. I look at wrestling and how that happens. It's incredible. But this is very nice right now.
Yeah, it sure is. They're not maybe more than 20, 25 minutes away from any opponent. We're going to step aside, back with a summary and a look at Tuesday, and we'll do that right after this.
Love. What is it, really? Is it romance? Or being with people you like? Is it giving and receiving nice things? Is it about hard work? Or sacrifice? Or putting the needs of others first? Well, love can be about all those things. But there is one perfect love. God's love, and it can strengthen all others. We're your neighbors, the people of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, and we want you to know that with Jesus Christ, love really can be all it was meant to be.
I forgot to file my taxes.
No problem. I'm a tax preparer, too. I can prepare your taxes, and we'll use IRS e-file to file from here. It's the fastest way to file.
Moonlander, this is Mission Control. What's going on up there?
How do I know they've got it?
You'll get proof your return has been accepted. You know, Bob, IRS e-file is so accurate, there's less chance of getting one of those letters from the IRS.
I hate those letters.
I didn't know he did taxes.
Nice refund.
And with IRS e-file, you'll have your refund in half the time it usually takes.
E-file?
My refund's already in my account.
Well, that was a fast round trip. Ask your tax preparer to use IRS e-file for a refund in half the time. Click, zip, fast round trip.
We are back at Roger Carlson Fieldhouse at Coon Rapids High School, and our final score again was St. Francis 64 and Champlin Park 47. Dave Hank, our guest commentator tonight, the Rebels came out with a mission, or playing with a mission in the third quarter, really stifled St. Francis offense and held them to so few points. And you'd hope if you're Champlin Park, that would continue into the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. You know, that there's two sides of that, too. We talked all half about the Champlin Park defense. But you have to, I think, realize also that St. Francis went for a tremendous drought without scoring, but their defense held Champlin Park closest they got with 7 points. So I think we really have to credit Champlin Park, or the Saints defense too, because it helped them throughout their scoring drought.
Word on the street when this tournament was seeded so many weeks ago was that any one of the 6 teams literally could come out of here, and whether you were the number 1 team, the number 6 seed, whoever played basketball was playing well at the time, had an opportunity to come out. There was no prohibitive favorite.
No, that was that way right from the start of the season. You could tell. And I think St. Francis' record is not indicative of this team right now because of injuries. They had 4 overtime games throughout the year. And when I first saw them play, I was very impressed with their overall size and their athleticism, the way they shoot the ball. They play good defense. They execute well. They're well coached. I'm impressed with them.
Now, when your record, you go into a state tournament next week, one of 8 teams in Class 4A with a record of 8 wins against 17 losses. Pretty soon you start wearing the mantle as the Cinderella team?
Well, I think so, and I think St. Francis would like that. I think they'd like nothing better to have a Moorhead be a little cocky or overconfident and go up to Highland Beck Hall in St. Cloud on Tuesday and win that game.
Yep, and we will wait and see how that unfolds. 2 games at the Sports Pavilion on the campus of the University of Minnesota. 1 at the Mayo Civic Auditorium in Rochester. That is Tuesday, and that is March the 21st. And then the tournament continues on Thursday with the semifinals Saturday, the finals at 9 o'clock. I think the 3rd place game at 7.
That's correct.
Okay. Well, a great crowd on hand for a very interesting basketball game. A scenario that some people said, oh, you're crazy when I mentioned it to them, but it actually turned out. The Champlin Park Rebels season comes to an end. They finish up 11-16, and St. Francis continues on. They are 8-17 overall.
What a great team victory for our school and for our kids. It just goes to show if you keep working hard enough at something, you know, eventually things are going to go your way. And we struggled during the year. Our kids hung in there. We kept working at it, and it paid off tonight, because the trip to the state tournament is real sweet.
So now what? Now what do you guys do to prepare for when is the state tournament?
Well, we play Moorhead. They're a very athletic team, a very good team, and we're very hopeful that we can get the job done again. But, you know, again, we're just so happy to be able to get there. Now we like to get to the cities because you have to win one game at St. Cloud on Tuesday. We're officially in the state tournament, but we'd like to get to the Final Four of the state tournament, which is Thursday at actually Williams Arena. So anyway, we're very proud of our kids and great fan support again tonight. We're really happy about that. Our kids behaved themselves, and they were just outstanding fans, and I've got a number of compliments on it, so I'm very proud of our student body.
So what do you think happened best about this game? Were there a couple of good, really good players that shined tonight, or what?
Not really. It was just a great team effort. We got off to a good start. I thought Justin Glidden really got us going early, and then Travis White came up big a number of times. The drives to the basket, and then of course we struggled a little bit in the third quarter. And when you're in this profession, you end up trying to win the first quarter and the third quarter. And if you can do that, and we won 1 out of 2, and we kind of hung in there until things kind of went our way in that fourth quarter. Then where we hit some free throws. So again, that's what it's all about. Just hanging in there until things go your way sometimes.
All right. I think that's pretty good.
Champlin Park, St. Francis. These are two teams with losing records on the regular season, but they're playing for the 7-4A title tonight. Luke Hassing scored 12 points for Champlin. Corey Gunther scored 17 for St. Francis. St. Francis came into this game with a 9-15 record. Champlin Park, Sean Austin from outside, but St. Francis wins. Travis White scored 14 points, and the Saints win 64-47. They're going to state next week with a 10-15 record, and let's hear from the winners.
We've struggled all year long with a number of things, and this is only our 10th win, but our kids have kept believing in what they're doing. They play with a lot of heart, a lot of intensity.
It's really starting over. We had a lot of close games this year. We lost a lot of really close games. This just shows, we're a better team than our record shows, and we're excited for state. I think we're going to go further than the first round.
St. Francis winning. How about this? Rochester tonight. We sent a camera crew there. Lakeville against Apple Valley for the